Yeah, well, he's added some fullbacks and some tight ends. He got a couple of transfer guys in there and all that stuff. He's always been a tight end oriented guy, and he has always been kind of a pro set. Although he's very diverse. I mean, he'll be empty on you in a heartbeat, and then he'll get in all the bunch sets. He'll spread you out, and he'll get in the bunch sets. A lot of play action, but I think when you peel it all back to his core, he wants to run the football, and he wants to force the issue and create the, blood of your nose and create the play action. That's what he wants to do. He's always been one of the things that I think he does a great job of is the screen game. I think they've always been a great screen team. But as we've played them over the years, we've obviously played them a bunch. When he's been able to establish the run against us and win that physical matchup, it's been a tough game. And when he hasn't, then he's had to get out of some of that stuff. And so that's the battle that you face when you play teams like that. But the thing that he also does is he has answers. So he is diverse and has been able to adapt his personnel, not just game to game, season to season, but within a game to find ways to win. I think that's why he's a great coach. He's always kind of taking what he's had, and then if you're taking something away, more times than not, he's been able to find other things to give him a chance to be successful. And he's always had great players at Florida State. This is a really talented roster. So like I said, we don't know. I mean, we know what he's always done, and you certainly got to prepare for that. That's why it's like an opener all over again, because there's just a ton of stuff that he could do. And we'll just have to wait and see and accept the challenge and make the right adjustments in the game.
Some of the throws that Mond was threading into those tight windows, I guess, did you see much of that last year? Is that sort of evidence of Jimbo's sort of polishing of?
I just think it's that, but it's also just his maturity, just experience. I mean, guys get better. The other quarterback's a good player. I mean, they hung in there with Alabama last year for a long portion of the game, and then I guess Starkle in the bowl game, they put up I don't know what the final score of that game was, Wake Forest A&M, but it was both of them had like 50, like 52, 51 or something like that. But that kid's a good player too. But I think they're both better. I think Mond brings a lot of athleticism. I think Jimbo likes that. When things break down, he has the ability to make something happen. And his ability to throw the football on the run. He made a throw on the run, moving to his right, and threw it over the top in the back right corner of the end zone last week, and just very impressive. So I think it's just maturity, certainly new staff, new scheme, and just maybe some confidence that comes from that too. But had to win the job, and got off to a good start.
How much of a different element is adding Jimbo into that versus kind of what you had originally envisioned in scheduling this team when you did?
Well, I didn't schedule them, so I mean, I knew they were coming. So when it was scheduled, I don't know how many years ago, whenever that stuff was scheduled, I didn't really think much about it, to be honest with you. I just kind of live in the moment, and but because of this reason exactly, that's why I don't really get too far ahead and get excited about somebody we're playing 5 years from now, because lots of things change, And so I just, I knew just playing Texas A&M when that happened would be a great trip, because I've been out there one time, and then the opportunity to bring them back here, play a great SEC opponent. I was all for that, but didn't really put much thought into their style of play or the coaching or any of that stuff. Like I said, because that's kind of a year-to-year deal.
Coach, in talking to Kelly and Trevor, seems like they're handling this whole competition beautifully. No tension or egos whatsoever. You think that kind of attitude is contagious on your team, or is that something that you try to hone in on in the recruiting process?
Well, I just think that's the character of our team, and I think Kelly is. I mean, it starts with him. know, he's the guy that's been here. He's going to set that tone, and he's a great leader. He's just a great young man. I mean, he's a great person, and he gets it. I mean, he understands, and that's why I'm just one of the reasons that I'm so proud of him, because he's been a great example to his teammates. You know, everybody wants to be the guy, but everybody has to earn it. And he understands that. He's handled it well. He's embraced Chase, and he's embraced Trevor very well, and has been great leaders for those guys. And then at the same time, you know, he got turn around and compete. So it's been awesome. And then you throw in the fact that Trevor and Chase are just great kids. I mean, these are same thing, just like Kelly. They're just good people. I mean, they just happen to be good quarterbacks, but they're good people. They're just really good young people that respect the process and respect the competitive situation, and just try to focus on what they control, and you know, not lose focus on who they are as a person. So it's been great to watch them compete.
There's been a couple of multi-quarterback systems in the country, prominent programs. Do you think it's a wave of the future, just to kind of keep everybody happy and not have all these transfers, or do you think this is just a special circumstance with a couple of teams?
Do I think what's the wave of the future?
The playing multiple quarterbacks.
I mean, I just think it's just a year-by-year basis. I mean, I ain't trying to keep nobody happy. I had 2 transfer. I had 2 quarterbacks that were here last year aren't here anymore. So I ain't trying to keep nobody happy. I ain't trying to keep nobody from transferring. I just want to win. And that's just the best player going to play. You know, I mean, I love all my players, and I try to encourage all these guys, and you try to get them better year in and year out. But at the end of the day, you know, the best player is going to play. And just because you were the best player one year, that doesn't mean you're the best player the next year. That you don't carry any of that over, and that's just the culture of our program. So, you know, that's why you go recruit. I go recruit every year, and if a freshman can beat out a senior, so be it. I've had that happen many times, but I don't see it as a wave of the future or any of that stuff. I just think that, I mean, that's just a team by team, year by year basis based on your situation, your competitive situation. Who's there? Who's returning? Who's coming in? What's the competitive balance and nature of that? I mean, that's a year to year thing. But you know, I just try to do what's right, and try to love and serve my players. I ain't trying to keep nobody happy. I just want to win and do it the right way.
How much do you guys like rotate skill players on offense? Can that be a hurdle to how fast you like to go, tempo-wise?
Well, I mean, yeah. If you rotate, then technically they can kind of hold the ball and give them a chance to substitute. But you know, we have different modes that we want to play in. But you know, if we're kind of going lightning fast, we're not going to sub. But even if we do sub, you know, they're only going to hold the ball for a short time. You can still play with tempo. But you know, we pick our spots, and we're going to play a lot of people. It's not going to change.
Coach, it's a little off topic, but Clemson being a Nike school, and Nike named Colin Kaepernick their spokesperson, it's been, just because how polarizing he is, there's been a lot of reaction on both sides. Have you guys heard anything as far as reaction from fans or anything, just Clemson being a Nike school and then making that announcement?
Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm worried about that logo. That's the only logo I'm worried about.
Coach talked to Jeff Scott yesterday, and he was discussing the 2 QB system, or the 2 quarterbacks in their playing time. And he said to consider it part of the Clemson offense now. Is that how you look at it? And going into the game?
Well, that's where we are right now. I mean, that's our offense right now. We got 2 quarterbacks that are going to play. So, I mean, I don't know how you could look at it any different. If you're going to prepare for Clemson right now, you got to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. Maybe that changes. I don't know. We'll see. But that's just where we are right now.
I know you see every season is a little bit different, but given that you guys went on